Hello, everyone. It's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes for another podcast. So I don't think I've been saying that when I started doing the podcast that I need a few minutes. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a long few minutes, but I need a few minutes. So today, if you didn't see the thumbnail, we are going to talk about the Kai Cenat situation. So a few days ago, he found out while he was live streaming with Gervonta Davis, he's like a boxer, American boxer, that he's been banned. I guess it's certain stuff he wasn't able to do, and he figured that he's been banned. And come to find out, probably he found out that he probably was banned. So a lot of people have a lot of opinions about it. So with Twitch, they don't really tell you why they have banned you. I've heard. So you just found out that you're banned. But if you have self-awareness, I guess you could go back to your streams, and his streams is very low, and kind of figure it out. I don't know. Depends because yeah, sometimes bans are unfair, but most of the time there is a reason. They have to have a reason to ban you. It may not be a fair reason. It may not be a good reason. It may be a ridiculous reason. It may be a good reason too, but they have to have a reason just to ban you. They just can't ban you like that. So in the month of February, he live streamed every single day because I'm not sure exactly at what subscriber count he was on at before he started the live stream every day, but he wasn't as popular as I believe they said a Ludwig and a Ninja. Those were the top Twitch streamers. But Kai Cenat put out a goal. He's gonna live stream each and every day so he could, build up his following or whatever. And it actually worked because I believe on the last day, if I'm mistaken, okay, he surpassed. He became the number one Twitch streamer with the most subscribers after putting in the work. So just to show you, if you put in the work, you will see the results. You will see the fruit of your work. So he did that and he accomplished that. So that's why a lot of people are upset because they was like, wow. And then not only did he gain a lot of subscribers, he supposedly made Twitch 10 to $15 million. And then out of that $10 to $15 million, they gave him 2 million. And that's another thing why people are upset, because why they gave him 2 million. I guess they were supposed to give him more, but Twitch is a business. They have bills to pay, they have employees, they have a profit margin that they want to, keep up. So they would have never been able to. Maybe people wanted to give him half or whatever, I'm not sure. But really can't do that because not only did his work, you know, produce that result, but also Twitch have other things that they did, set out notification. They have other stuff on their head. So both of them worked together, made that 10 to 15 million. At least he got 2 million out of it. Because we know some businesses, you help them reach. We know people who know. Some businesses, you help them make millions, thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you didn't get a dollar, or you didn't even get anything near to what they made. So if they gave him 2 million, at least they gave him something. Whether it was enough or not enough, I look at it from a business perspective. You have run a business, you made a certain amount of money. If you're paying like he would be considered a contractor, you wouldn't be able. You can't give the contractor half of the money. It would be a percentage, and his percentage probably was 2 million. So that's how I see it. So anyway, so that he made and then people was upset. He's the number one. He like made internet history. He made internet history. He became so great. Became so great because he put in the work. Let's remember that. he accomplished that goal because he put in the work. If you put in the work, you will see the results. So something happened. Let's not. Something happened. Something was said or whatever. And I did in my on my channel. I have a short of a clip in the live stream he did with Little Yachty or Yachi, whatever his name is, that people say may, may have caused that. So I put a short, so if you want to go and watch it after podcast, you can. So that may be a factor where he was talking about, you know, white people and stuff like that. To me, it seemed like they were. It seems to me like they were joking because it was long hour stream. But sometimes behind every joke, there's some truth in every joke. Yes, it's a joke, but most of the time, there is truth somewhere in there. There's a truth in it. So that may have been a reason. Maybe certain people saw it and they got upset. How dare he? Not only people that look like him support him, but other people that do not look like him support him also. So that's why a lot of people. And then the conversation comes up with the black people within the black community. We need to make our own. If we had our own, that would have never happened. First of all, there are people that look like you that are building platforms like a Twitch, like a YouTube, but as we know, we do not support each other. And there are a number of factors why. We do not support each other because we always think that we can't do anything. It's like I've heard people say the white man ice is colder. So other people could do other stuff. We black people is never going to be good. And then another factor comes in most of the time when black people are in charge of certain things, they tend to do a lot of people wrong. Not all black people are that. There are some black people that have integrity, but they tend to, like, there are places I could mention, but I haven't done research on them. I don't know the type of people they are, so I'm not sure. I don't want to say their name, but there are people that are building platforms just like a Twitch and a YouTube, and they're building and they're fundraising and stuff like that. Sometimes when you look at certain black businesses, they want you to give, but they are not giving. So sometimes in order to make money, in order to make a name for yourself, you have to spend the money. Like I remember I was watching this guy. He said this was years ago. He builds websites and companies, and then what he does, he pays a bunch of Facebook ads. This was years ago. He does a lot of Facebook ads, and then when he builds it, then he sells it. That's how he makes his money. So sometimes in order to gain momentum, gain fame, we have to spend the money, and we have to be willing to spend the money and do people right. Sometimes, a lot of times stuff don't get, and it doesn't matter what color. Sometimes a lot of stuff don't get off the ground because we do a lot of people wrong. So let's keep that a buck. So, and then with his level of, with his level of fame, can he really, is he really willing to go to a startup company, a startup website? Is he willing to do that? And then, of course, they banned him now, but that doesn't mean he's going to be banned forever, because you have to be, even though, he probably did something, in a sense, they tapping him on the hand, don't do that no more. You understand? He most likely is going to be back. Now, is he going to go back? That's up to him. Who knows? That's his decision. But certain stuff, a ban may happen, say, don't do that no more. Maybe people are, I can see why people are upset too, because they didn't warn him, but then we don't know because we are not looking at his end, what he sees. So they may have warned him, they may have not, but we just see, they banned him, and that's wrong. But we have to, you have to look deeper than that. So anyway, and then yeah, when he was doing the little yachty, even though he was not the one that said it, he was not the one that said it. He was just playing along, playing along. It seemed because I watched it's a 4 hour live stream. Goodness. So when he did that live stream every day, but in February, that was a lot. And what people need to understand, coming out here doing videos, podcasts, and live streaming, that takes a lot out of you. That's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. Coming up to being entertaining, being educational, comedic or whatever your angle may be, that's not easy. And for you to do it every single day, to show up. So now I understand why, he was paid with all these subscribers. His work paid him, the work that he paid him with subscribers, paid him with $2 million. Paid him with that. Because it's not easy. And those who are, who follow him, because I know I've heard that from the clips that I've heard. I know he believes in God. Pray for him. Keep him in prayer, because that's not easy to do. Keep him in prayer that he doesn't change, doesn't switch up the fame and the power, and the money goes to his head. Because if you don't know, power changes people. Power changes you. It could change you for the good. It could change you for the bad, if that makes sense. But power does changes people. And okay, so Little Yachty is the one that said it, but that's his platform. That's his platform. Even though, he was, when Little Yachty was saying stuff in the camera, he was right there, trying to hear what Little Yachty was saying, and then trying to play it off like, they were joking, or this is part of the skit or whatever. I don't know if Little Yachty was serious. I don't know if he was not serious. We don't know. But, he was right there, playing along and stuff like that. So with this young man, he built his following from scratch. Now a lot of celebrities are coming and trying to collab with him. But what people, a lot of times we get starstruck. It's human. You used to see this person on the internet. You see this person on TV and stuff like that, on whatever award shows, and now this person is reaching out to you. They shouting you out. You get starstruck. You get things up. And then now this person want to come on your platform that you built from scratch, or you built or whatever. Somebody shouted you out, but at least you put some work in. But sometimes we don't ask ourselves, why me? Why now? Why you want to collab with me? Why are you shouting me out? You don't need to tell the person that, but inside yourself and to yourself, why? Because you don't know the person's agenda. Because like I've heard, people have done some strange stuff for influence and fame. And then now you have a lot of Twitch, TikTokers, YouTubers, Instagram, social media influencers that are gaining a following, that have influence on people, and they didn't do the things that you did. And then now you may think that this person want to collab with you because, hey, they like they may like the way you are, they like you, they enjoy your content. But not all of them. Some of them may come to sabotage. That's why everybody that comes into your life, they come into your life for a reason. You need to find out what that reason is. And a lot of people are giving him advice, say he should go to Kick, he should make his own platform, he should do this, he should do that, he should do this. But what I would like to see, that's my opinion, you go back and learn if it's something, this is where you put in the work and you were able to reach the level that you have reached. Let me go back. If people say, it's a race thing and stuff like that, but he was able to accomplish and surpass other people that doesn't look like him. Okay, because a lot of the younger generation, they tend to, when they adversity comes in, they tend to run away. You won't ever be resilient. Because when adversity comes in, you're supposed to be able to overcome that adversity and say, hey, this is what happened, this is what I learned, this is what happened. That's what I would like him to do. Learn from, hey, what did I go, let me go over to see if I did anything that I was not supposed to do, and learn from that and be better. Why not do that? Why is always has to be a race thing? It may be because you could say that if it was somebody that didn't look like him, they probably wouldn't have did that. But then they probably would, because there are YouTubers. This white YouTuber, he said they demonetized him. He's gonna move off of YouTube because um, they want him to use certain they want him to respect people's pronouns, and he said he's not going to do that. So he's moving to another thing. He's not my color. He's a different color. So sometimes certain platforms have certain rules, and if they deem that you have broken those rules, they have some rules are in plain sight, some rules are hidden. If they deem you have broken their rules, they will get rid of you, they will ban you, they will put you in timeout, they will tap you on the hand. That's how it goes. There are rules to and there are rules in life that needs to be followed. And now, because of his level of fame in from Twitch, he got a collab, shoes from Nike, look like Nike and Adidas and stuff like that. Sometimes we have to be loyal. We have to have loyalty, even if the place we have loyalty to don't have loyalty to us. But we need to have loyalty ourselves. There's a Haitian proverb that says, "Remember the first rain that caused your corn to grow. Changer premier la pluie qui te fait maillot pousser." We have to remember the place that started with us, the people that started with us. Even if they not loyal to us, they hating on us, but we always have to remember where we came from. This is where people, if people know you, Kai Cenat, whatever, these is certain platform. This is where people have known you from. Yes, they may not show loyalty to you and stuff like that. They may discriminate. They may shadow ban you, but they gave you a push. It may not have been a big push, but it was a push. We always have to remember the good people have done for us, where we came from. We have to be loyal. We have to show our kids loyalty. A lot of young people do not have loyalty at all. They show loyalty with their words, but not with their actions. And you don't need nobody showing loyalty with their words only, because it's not real loyalty. Because you tell me, you say, "Boy, I'm down with you. We gonna ride it out. I'm never gonna leave you." And then when stuff get hard, they know where to be found. So you loyal with your mouth, but you ain't loyal with your actions. That's not true loyalty. Sometimes you have to stick it out. You have to stick it out until it gets better, until it changes, or until you are able to build your own platform. Right now, he's not at the level to go and build his own platform, go someplace else. He just signed and bought a house for his mother, because he said his dream was to move his mother out of the hood, and he was able to do that. So what you just finished did this big purchase, and then now you're gonna leave the place that allowed you to do that. It doesn't make any sense. These are emotional decisions. Stop making decisions by emotions, how you're feeling. You need to take time. You need to sit with good counsel. Who is around this young man? Who is counseling him? You can't just, "Oh, they ban me. F them. Whatever. I ain't coming back on here." And this is where you started. Sometimes you got to stick it out. Stick it out until you get another plan. Stick it out until you get better. Stick it out until you don't need them anymore. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. This platform was used so you could stand on your 2 feet. He can't stand on his own 2 feet yet. Where are you gonna go? It doesn't make any sense. So if they ban you, now you're gonna put the work in and find out, what did I do? What do I need to do better? If I had to write a letter, if I had to do an apology, if I had to take some training, whatever it may be, so I could make it right. Because this is where I started. This is the mindset we're supposed to have. And if you don't have this type of mindset, you always gonna start stuff and never finish. You're never gonna see fruit. You're never gonna have nothing that's gonna be able to stand on its own, so you could pass it to another generation. You will never have. That's how you build generation. Sometimes you have to stick it out so your children don't have to stick it out, go through certain stuff. They're going to go through their own thing, but what you went through, they wouldn't have to go through it. You're going to be able to be resilient. Yes, I was hit with this adversity. I was hit with this problem, but I was able to maneuver it and overcome it. And this is what I've learned from what I went through. But like, I'm not saying that's what he's planning on doing, but from the chatter of social media, and then from this mindset that people have, yeah, a lot of you guys are not loyal at all. A lot of you guys are not loyal. Even though there's no place that's perfect. There's no company that's perfect. They all got their issues. But if they give you a little push, some places you don't get push at all. Some places they don't make a way for you at all. But if a way was made for you, you stick it out. If you did something wrong, find out what you did and make it right. That's the mindset we're supposed to have. I guess this mindset is not popular these days. So I don't know what his move is. People telling him to go do this. People telling him to go do too much thing. I hope he has wise counsel in his sector, in his vicinity, near him. Because I'm trying to find out the word. And like I said, all these people rushing to him, trying to collab with him. Sometimes you got to see, why me? Why now? Because let me tell you something, you're not gonna be for everybody. You see me? I'm not gonna be for everybody. Not everybody gonna deal with me, want to listen to me. But the people that's for me, God is gonna place them my way. They're gonna like me for whatever reason it is. They're gonna listen to me. They're gonna adhere to me. But that's not for everybody. But when you have everybody trying to flock to you, you need to find out why that is. Don't get caught up. Oh, starstruck. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They shouted me out. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. You want to come on my stream? Oh my God. Why you want to come on my stream? Even if I say it to myself, I'm going to watch you. Especially if I put in the work. Nobody knew me. Now I'm at the level I need to find out why you want to be in my podcast, on my channel, on my stream. So anyway, that's all I had to say on this situation with Kai Cenat. Not sure what his move is going to be, if he's going to stay, if he's going to go, because it's going to be ultimately it's going to be up to him. But I'm just giving advice to the people who are going to come across this podcast and listen to it. Okay? Sometimes you got to stick it out. You have to remember who was rocking with you, who gave you a chance. Because at the end of the day, he could have did that stream every day. He could have streamed every day, and they could have blocked him, and he never got any subscribers. Did all our work for nothing. But though it doesn't work like that. If you put in the work, you will reap the benefits of the work that you put in. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another podcast.